Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it was possible, but I think I've done it. I found a game that I've been asked to play that is worse than Bizarre Battlegrounds. The controls in Bizarre Battlegrounds are akin to, like, old school bad N64 controls. They're that bad. It's worse than Bizarre Times. This is Bizarre Times, where you'll be going to a spot, picking up a box, and then taking it across the map to the other corner of the map, where you'll be setting down the box. And then you'll be doing that again, and again, and again, and again. Somehow, it's worse than Stand Upright Rebooted. My introduction to combat in this game is, well... yeah. That's right. Welcome to Phantom Bloodline. You see this? This is the game. You're done. I'll see you next time. No, but seriously, this game is horrible. And listen, I feel a little bit bad saying that this game is the worst JoJo game that I've ever played, but I'm also not going to come on here and just blatantly lie. The head developer, owner, whoever it is, Zuko, who contacted me on Discord, said that they were very much looking forward to release this game. They first contacted me a year ago, one whole year ago, saying they were working on this, and when it came out, it was gonna be really good. They said things like, "I'm a dedicated viewer of yours for quite some time, and I can assure you that this game is nothing short of perfection." And of course, naturally to that I responded, "That's some pretty high self-confidence." And they said, "Absolutely, it truly is. I've poured a significant amount of effort into developing this game, taking careful note of your preferences. I'm confident that you're going to thoroughly enjoy this game." Oh God. Oh, good God. And I don't know where this self-confidence came from, and I also don't know how you could possibly have watched any of my videos talking about games in general and thought, man, this is good, because I can cite direct examples from other games that I was upset about and made complaints that you've made the same mistakes in your games, so clearly this isn't true. Anyways, face value. What are we starting with? Well, on a normal occasion, if I hadn't literally played the game that this is a clone of yesterday, clearly it's very, very obvious that this game is an attempt to clone The Strongest Battlegrounds and place JoJo into it. Now this might make you think, Eclipse, if you can compare it to The Strongest Battlegrounds, that must mean you're gonna make a video on it. No. Little bit of backstory on that. The owner of TCA, Peter, asked me to take a look at The Strongest Battlegrounds to get some advice and insight onto why some of the moves in combat in that game feel really impactful. So that's why I was in there. Not because I want to play that dumpster fire, which, believe me, I don't. Now that being said, seeing as it's a clone of The Strongest Battlegrounds, we're naturally going to have stun simulator combat. How could you watch my videos and think that I want stun simulator combat? How? You have M1s that link into a barrage, that link into more M1s, and then a ragdoll. A big combo that just requires you to press a certain amount of buttons in a certain order. What? Like, how could you watch my videos and make combat like that and say it's nothing short of perfection and that I would love it? Are you on drugs? You'd have to be. There's no way. And you know what? While we're on the topic of combat, this is the worst combat maybe ever. Because listen, The Strongest Battlegrounds is a stun simulator disaster where you get killed in one combo, but at least in that game, landing your moves feels like you can actually sort of, you know, land your moves. Unlike this game, where trying to hit someone with seemingly anything feels like hitting them with a pinprick. Like, what the hell is this? How are you supposed to hit people? Your attacks don't have any range at all, which means that if you just guess when someone's going to approach you with M1s and throw out the stupid dumbass barrage move, you win the trade by default. The default moveset basically has 2 moves that you can use in neutral. The dash kick, which is so fast that unless you're directly looking out for it, you're never going to react to it. And the barrage, which is cancelable, but if you start it and then just stand still and someone tries to attack you, you win. Oh, that's real fun. We'll just have people standing there waiting for other people to attack them, because if you play even remotely aggressive, you're going to get demolished. And it doesn't stop there. If you actually hit the other person, there's this really great mechanic called holding spacebar. As you can see by this toxic jackass, basically the only person playing the game. Now, why oh why would you put in stun simulator combat where actually getting off the stun simulator combos is difficult, not because it's difficult to apply it, but because people just randomly fall out of your moves and then hit you for something that should have been your combo. Like, I've played enough stun simulators to know that you shouldn't get punished for landing your own moves. It makes no sense. But wait, there's more, because of course there is. As with most of these problematic games with slow-ass defensive combat, there's also nothing stopping you from just turning around and hightailing it the other direction. Once again, we can thank Toxic Jackass here for showcasing this to me perfectly. If you start winning, you can just turn around and go the other way and run someone in circles for eternity until you get back to full health and then start fighting again. Man, that's really fun. There's nothing better than starting to win and then having someone just turn around and run the other way with no hope of catching them. Literally zero. Now, I pose you the question, what could possibly make this better? What could be the icing on the cake for terrible games? Well, we've got a terrible combat system, but we haven't even talked about progression yet. And also, hang on a second, isn't this supposed to be a JoJo game? Where are the stands? Why are me and Toxic Jackass beating the crap out of each other with no stands in sight? What's going on here? Oh, that's what it is. It's that tiny little UI element at the top of your screen. Yeah, okay, so we can get abilities in the... Oh. All right, so the progression in order to unlock the JoJo part of this game is to kill people with the terrible combat. And that's it. A terrible combat system, mind you, where if you're about to die, you can turn around and run in circles for 5 minutes until you get all your health back. So you can't kill people. So if you can't kill people, you can't progress, you can't get to the JoJo part. And who even cares about getting to the JoJo part at this point? Let's be perfectly real here. How is it going to be any different than what we've already had? This game is somehow worse than ABD. That's right. I went there. It's significantly worse than ABD. I mean, ABD was just a map where you killed each other. That's it, right? But at least ABD had the common decency to have items in their game and obtainable stands that you didn't just kill people to get. There was like sort of almost a game there. Very nearly almost a game. There's no game here. Like there's nothing. And these negatives, they just keep piling up and piling up. It just gets worse and worse and worse. So how could it possibly get any worse, you might be asking? How could this game possibly get worse than having unfun, horrible stun simulator combat with a basically non-existent progression system on a flat map where you can run away for eternity every single time you take damage? Well, of course, naturally that answer would be have the only people playing the game be this Toxic Jackass and someone with an unreasonably overpowered mod spec who supports this Toxic Jackass. Yeah, that's right. You seeing this? Bam, I'm dead. What killed me? This dumb motherfucker over here who has 1,000 kills by pressing one button on his keyboard. One button, he can just summon lightning strikes that do 99% of your health in one hit. So he hits you once, and then he hits you again and you die. Oh man, that sounds like really fun gameplay. This is truly perfection, right Zuko? It's nothing short of perfection. You've got mod abusers, terrible combat, no game. How? My brain hurts. My brain hurts. How could you possibly recommend this? And I think I know what happened here. I think I know what happened here because this is the same thing that happens with like 99% of these terrible JoJo games. People spend a ton of time working on their games. They really think that they've created something special because they're incapable of looking past how much time they've spent versus how much progress they've made. For them, they see their game as something that they brought from square one all the way up to square two. Whereas what we see is just a game that seemingly never passed square one. Like, honestly, I know Zuko will see this. Take a look at your game and compare it to even the strongest Battlegrounds, the game that you clearly wanted to make a JoJo paint for. And compare the two games and look at yours versus theirs and think, does my game even come close? And the answer is very, very clearly no. But that's it. Like, what more is there possibly to say? I didn't even know what I was gonna say about this. This is just jump on and rant with no script. In fact, I was in the game. Here's a clip from me in the game being just blown away. How do I even, like, do I just make a video that's just, this game sucks, and then that's it? Like, I don't even know what to do here. That was me, my genuine reaction. I didn't even know. So we're done here. If you enjoyed the video, how, first of all, and second of all, you can leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't, and I don't really blame you if you think I'm just like being a jackass, but come on, he said it was nothing short of perfection. You can't fault me here. This isn't my fault. Just leave a like, send a bomb, I don't know. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time.